Hello everybody, Lila's Gigi here, and today I'm going to bring you a tutorial on cross-border negotiation by Crazy Just Might Work. It's a really cute little bracelet. I just love it. I made one and I don't know, it's just so cute. So, Crazy Just Might Work. If you're not giving her a follow, give her a follow. She has some awesome designs on her account. Yeah, she is Suzanne H-B on YouTube. In case you want to give her a subscribe to her channel there too. Okay, so this is going to be a hook only, and this is the one that I made, and I'm just loving it. So it just kind of stands up a little bit, and it's really cute on the wrist. Just sits there so pretty. I did this one, I think 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 beads here. And what we're going to do is we're going to start out with a chain. Excuse me. And I think I'm going to use the Caribbean green as my border. So kind of just play it by ear, I guess. So make a cap band, and then we're going to pull a band through. We're actually going to pull 2 through. I'm using beads. You don't have to use beads. You can just make a chain, and that's fine. But I'm going to use beads, and my beads are flat and a little on the longish side, so I'm going to have to fiddle with them a little bit. So you can make your chains, because what's going to happen when we loop this up, we're going to go into the cap band, and then we're going to go into the sides. And if you have a bead on here, your bead will be in the front, and this is the piece that you will pick up back here. Okay, so excuse me, I'm going to use beads, and I don't have enough of the one bead, so I'm going to use these. Now, these are two-sided, so it doesn't matter on this one. So what I'm going to do is just pull it through. Whoops, maybe. Come on. I'm going to pull it through and then attach the other end of it. Okay? And I don't have a very big end on that, so I'm going to pull it up a little bit and just close it up. Okay. Now, these are supposed to be together, and see if it's kind of bent out like that. What I do is I just hold the bead, pull this, and then grab the top band and then give it a tug up, and then it flattens it out. See that? Flattens it out nice and neat. But you need to have enough room here to pull that plain band through. So if you bead it, it's every other band will have a bead on it. Okay, so there's that one. I'm going to use 2 of these right here, and then I'm going to use my larger bead. So I will go off and finish this once I show you how I do the other bead, in case you have some that are longer and you want to know how to stop it from doing that. Okay. Before I move that bead, I'm going to go ahead and put the next band on. Just a chain. Okay. So that I can kind of even that out a little bit, and then I'm going to close it. Okay. So, do you see how it's not quite laying right, and it just looks kind of funny in there? So again, I hold on to the bead, find that extra piece right there at the top, hold that with my fingers, and move this bead up, and then it flattens it. Okay? All right. So now comes the worst bead, because I couldn't get the band to go through here, and this is actually has 4 holes in it, but I was able to slip the band in between here, there's a little hole in there, so I slipped it in there. So, and this is one-sided, okay? So I want that fancy side to be on the outside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to face it towards my hook, and then I'm going to pull this through here. Okay? And then what I'm going to do is take the other end, which is very tiny now because I pulled it. Hopefully I can grab it. Don't like using my nails. There we go. So it gets a little fidgety, and that's fine. Just going to lay my hook on there some way and then slip that band over my hook. And you can see, like I said, it's pretty long, and it should be up like that. So what I'm going to do, same thing that I did with the other one, I'm going to pull another band through here, through everything, 1 and 2. There's the first one, and I'm trying to keep my bands relatively straight, okay? And then that's the back. So like I said, sometimes it'll get a little fidgety. I want to make sure it stays to the front. And then I'm going to go ahead and close this one up, like so. And then, now that I have that like that, you can see it's pulled on the back here a lot and twisted. I don't like that. And then this right here isn't too, it's tighter down here than it is up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold that top piece and then pull the bead and the band and hope nothing breaks. And there, and that situated it a little better. See that? Sort of just like that. And then it's flatter. Okay? So go ahead and make your chains. This is going to shrink. So you want to make sure that you have enough to go around your wrist, and I would add maybe, I don't know, 1/2 inch or so, maybe even more. You can always, if it's not long enough by the time you get done, you can always add some more chains to it, and you know, clip the border pieces, and then add a couple more chains to this and make it longer. Okay, so I will be back in just a moment. Okay, I am back, and I have finished my chain. I know it looks a little crooked, but trust me, it'll all straighten out once we put the border on here. So what you're going to do with the cap band looking like a circle, you're going to go into the cap band from behind. Okay, and I don't remember if Suzanne said to do 1 or 2 chains, but I'm going to do 2 just so that it's not doesn't tighten up at the bottom. Okay, so 2 chains. Okay. Now what we're going to do is turn this sideways, and this is the cap band, so we're going to go through these just like this. Okay, the teardrop there. So you're going to come up through the back, grab both of those, and we're going to do, this is called cross-border negotiation, so it's going to have an X in it. So what we're going to do is pull these 2 bands. Whatever band you want to be your X is the band that you want on top. Okay, whatever color that might be. And mine happens to be white. So you're going to pull that through all 3 of these bands and then close. Okay, I'm going to take my accent color, which is pink. I'm going to move these out of the way, except for this first one. I'm going to pull the band under 1. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take 1 and 2 and pull it under 3. You can lift 3 off over the edge if you want, but I prefer to do the crochet way. It's just easier for me and less fiddly, and I don't have to take anything off. And then we're going to close it up. You'll have 5 bands on your hook. Okay. I'm going to take your border color and pull it through all 5 bands. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I like to look at it to make sure that they're straight, and then close it up. Let's see if I can get this focused a little better. Okay. All right, so it's front of your bracelet. Now turning it sideways, we're going to go into the next one, which is this one right here. Okay? Slip your hook into the back, up through both of those. Take your two bands, your accent color and your cross band, put them on. I'm going to pull them through everything except for the last one. I believe there's 3 on here now. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I'm looking at them to make sure that they're straight in there, and then closing this up. Going to take my accent color again, going to pull 1 off of the hook onto that band. I'm going to take 2 and 3, 1 and 2, and pull it under 3. You could lift that band off, all the way off the hook if you wanted to, that's fine. I just prefer to use the crochet method, and then close it out, and you have 5. Grab your border band and pull it through all 5 that are on your loop, on your hook, I'm sorry. Take a look at them, make sure they're relatively straight, and then close. Okay, so if you don't have, and you can see the cute little X's on the side there, if you don't have beads on yours, you'll do that all the way to the end. And I'm going to do a couple more of these, and then I will do mine to the end, and then I will come back. So if you have a bead on here, here's a band here, and the other band is on that bead, and you can't use that band. So all you do is go in here and pick up that back loop. Okay. So now you'll have 3 on there. You're going to be ignoring this and then pulling your accent color and your cross band through those 2. Making sure that the band that you want to be the X is on top. Okay, so you're going to pull that through 2. And you'll only pull it through 2 when you have a bead. Okay, so as long as you, whether you're using a bead or not, as long as you know not to pick up that last band, you should be just fine. Okay, I'm going to grab my accent color, pull it under 1 on that band. I'm going to take 1 and 2 and pull it under 3, just like so, and then close it. Okay, and now you put your border color on. All right, so that pattern is pretty easy to follow, I think. There's not, you're not having to keep track of so many bands. So complete that up the side. I'm going to finish mine. Cute little X's there. I will finish mine, and then I will be back with you at the top when I'm done. Okay, I am back, and I am at the end of my bracelet. It's the one side. Now, I just pulled the pattern through this up here. So I'm going to add another chain to this, and then attach it to the right here. So actually what I'm going to do, I believe, is I'm going to come up through the back. Okay, I'm going to unhook this right here, and I'm going to pull the cap band through those 2 that are on my hook, and then I'm going to reattach my little clip to this, so it lays across like that. Okay, right here. Okay, and then I can remove that cap band right there. Okay, so this is the side that you're seeing, and this is actually going to be the front. So we're going to work down the other side. So I'm going to go down to where the cap band is. I'm going to come up through the back, and I think I laid 2 bands in here. So there's 1. I'm going to lay 1 more before I actually go into the chains up the side here. Okay, so looking at this from the side, okay, and this being your cap band, let's see, we are going to go, I did 2 of them, so we're going to go right here. You can see that there's one here and one here. This is the one we're going to go through. Just up the back, okay, like that. Then we're going to start our pattern all over. Okay, white on top because I want that to be the cross. Going to pull it through 3, 1, 2, and 3. Since we're coming down the other side, it might be a little more difficult to get, but I think we'll be fine. Okay, and then I'm going to close. Ooh, I'm not even having that on. There we go. All right. And this is going to be my crossband right here. So I'm going to take my color, pull it through just the 1. Okay. Then I'm going to pull 1 and 2 through 3. And then close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should have 5 hooks on your, 5 bands on your hook. Grab your border color and pull it through everything on your hook. Like so. And then you can look at them to make sure that they're pretty straight. Okay, and then close. And if I turn it this way, you can see the X right there. I'll move my hand up so I make sure I've got this in the right spot. Okay, so what we're going to do is you're going to turn it sideways, and I had 2 chains in there, so we're going to go through this chain right here, through the back, the whole chain. Okay, going to grab my accent color and my crossband, making sure that the crossband is on top. Going to pull it through everything on my hook except for this last one. And it's kind of hard for me to work backwards. Okay, just like so. And then close. Okay, going to move this out of the way. Don't know about my focusing there. I'm going to take my accent color. I'm going to pull it through the first one, like so. And then I'm going to take now 1 and 2 and pull it through 3. Again, I think I told you you could lift that band up and over if you wanted. So now you have 5 on here. I'm going to take my border color and pull it through everything. Okay, making sure that they're relatively straight. All right, so now if you look at the back of this, this is the other band from the border. I'm sorry, from the bead. So we've caught this one right here already, and now we're going to come in through the back and grab that one. Okay. Now it's going to be kind of odd, but trust me, it works. Okay. Accent color, cross band, pull it through this one and this one. So you'll only be pulling it through 2 when you're grabbing that single band from the bead, and then close. Get that pink? No, I did not. There we go. Close. Okay, I'm going to move these out of the way. So I'm going to take my accent color and pull it through just that single band there, like so. Then I'm going to take 1 and 2 and pull it through 3. Again, you can lift number 3 up and over the end if you want. And then once I close that, I should have 5 bands on my hook, and I do. And take my border color and pull that through everything. I'm going to do this with you one more time. That's the same pattern up. When you're pulling, make sure that's straight. Looks a little crooked in there. I guess it's okay. So from the side, the next thing you have is this teardrop right here. Okay, so, and you're actually going through every part of the chain, whether it's the teardrop here, the single band where the bead is, the teardrop here, and the single band where the bead is right here. Okay, so next up is the crossband and the accent color. Going to pull that. Now that we've gone through that teardrop, you'll be pulling it through 3. And like I said, as long as you don't, oh my goodness, pulling it through 3, as long as you have just this single band hanging out here, once you pull it through, whether it's 2 or 3, you should be fine. Okay, and then we want to close it up. Goodness, I hope all that was on. You can rewind. The pattern is the same regardless of whether you're going up one side or down the other. And I have these on here. That's my crossband, so I need to grab my accent color, which in my case is this pink. I'm going to pull that through just the one. Okay, I'm going to pull 1 and 2 under 3. And then I'm going to close. Now that I have 5 bands on my hook, I'm going to take the border color and pull it through. Border color and pull it through all 5 loops on your hook. Just like that. I give it a little tug to help straighten these out because they get a little crooked, you know, when you're pulling the band through. So the next thing that I have to do is this hanging out here behind the bead. I'm going to go into the back of it. I'm going to grab my accent color and my crossband color, put them on here. Now I'm going to pull it through just 2. Okay, because I'm pulling it through the one that's beaded. And then close. And Sebastian's finally got something to say tonight. Okay. I'm going to take my, let's see, oh, no, not that color. I want my pink. So if you turn it, see how it's the same? Because we went down backwards. So it looks looking pretty good. I'm going to take my accent color. Going to pull it through the first band here, first band only. Then I'm going to take 1 and 2 and pull them under 3, just like so. Oh my goodness, he's going to town. And then close it up, and now I have 5 on here, and I know it's time to put my border band on. Okay, you can rewind me if you like, because it sounds like he's getting a little noisy. Rewind me if you like, if you need to go over that pattern again, but this is what it should look like. Okay, so I will finish mine and then be back at the top to close it off with you. All right, okay. I am back and I have completed to here. I went into the teardrop right before my cap band here. Okay. And I now have to use, oops, need a pink one. Okay, so, oh, look, broken. Okay, let's grab one that's not broken. So I'm going to pull that through just the single one right here. Okay, just the one. Hold on just a second here. Battery's starting to die on this thing. Okay, and then I'm going to pull 1 and 2 under 3. And then I'm going to close it. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on here. It's time for the border band. I'm going to pull my border band through all 5 of those loops. I'm going to close it. And then I'm going to add 1 more chain in my border color to this. just like that. Okay. I usually give it a tug to make sure that these bands are relatively straight, or as straight as I can get them. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to reach in and grab, I believe I grabbed it from behind before, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pull my band right there. I'm going to go up right in there. Okay, make sure I've got it secure. I'm going to remove my clip. I'm going to pull it through these two right here. And then I am done. Okay, so I'm going to clip that off and then turn it around and show you the completed bracelet. Make sure I've got this connected. Don't want to lose it. You can use a C-clip, bobby pin, safety pin, whatever you can get a hold of. Okay, and this is cross border negotiations. Okay, I'm going to put that on my wrist so you can see it. Let's see the side with the crosses here. So cute. Where's my white? Hidden in there. There it is. Okay. It's under there somewhere. So there it is. Okay. So you can go through and, you know, fix your bands if you're a little OCD about that. Go all my X's to be showing. Okay. So, and that one's not. So just go in and find the white band, which is right there. Sometimes they get crossed over as you're pulling them through. Okay, so I have my X's. And it sits up a little high, not too bad. That's why I used flat beads. You can use round beads, perfectly okay. I'm going to put that on my wrist, and perfect for a C-clip for me. My wrist is 6.5 inches long, and if I wanted a little looser, I can still use, if I don't pull it too tightly, I can use my magnetic clasps on there. Very cute, lovely design by Crazy Just Might Work, Suzanne HB. Just love it. Cross-border negotiations. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up. Follow me on Instagram under Lila's GG, and if you'd like, please follow Crazy Just Might Work on Instagram. And like I said earlier, I believe she also has a YouTube channel under Suzanne, I'm sorry, S-U-Z-A-N-N-E, Suzanne space H-B. So give her a follow for me. So there's that one, and then the first one that I made. So you can make it as fancy or as playful as you'd like and play with the colors. I just love these. All right, cross, oh my goodness. There we go. Cross border negotiation.